What is up, basic gamers? Tyler got here, and today is kind of a fun topic to talk about. Before I even get started and how I feel and my opinion and everything like that, I would love for whoever watches this video, and if you have something to say or however you feel, to comment down below telling me how do you feel about it. Are you going to agree? Are you going to disagree? It's all up to you, obviously. So I just want to see how that's going to work out down at the comments below. I doubt that there's going to be anybody who comments, but it's fun to see if anybody will try. I would love to have a conversation down there about this topic. And if you are talking about, if you're asking yourself what topic, well, read the title of the video and that should give you the answer. So before I even get started, I don't do a lot of research for my videos, and and some of the time my information does not be 100%, and I know that that's something that I'm working on. I get better as I go, as I progress, as I do this more often, and my commentary is not always the best, mainly because I just go off of the top of my head and what I know and what I what I think, and that's why that you hear a lot of ums, or I would take a lot of pauses just because of that reason. So yeah, look at that, already saying so let's talk about this. So do gamers complain too much about games? How do I feel about that? Honestly, I feel like it's a yes. I feel like us as gamers, we are starting to complain more and more about games and about things that goes into games, and that's mainly on us. And I feel like we do all this complaining and because of three reasons. And my first reason, honestly, is because we hype up a game to its maximum before the game even comes out. Obviously, if you're hyping up something, it has to not be out, but well, that's not 100% true, but you get what I'm trying to say. Is we overhype the game, and we expect so much from the game already because how much we were talking about it, and how much we was just going off of minor links, and then sometimes it doesn't even be 100% accurate. It just be somebody making an assumption, or somebody saying that they should do this, but they worded it wrong, so we just assume that they meant this. And it's all type of things like that happens. And I don't know why us as gamers honestly feel that we should be more patient than any other community out there, any other any other community out there. Why? Because the history of gaming, have come a long way, and back in the days you didn't even know much about games before they even came out. You used to have to wait, maybe sometimes years, sometimes you would have to wait for super long. Games are kind of like movies. Like Toy Story 4 is barely coming out, and it's coming out 2018, and that's a long, well, that's not that long from now, but that's like Toy Story 3 came out 2011, 2012, somewhere around there, and Toy Story 4 is barely coming out 2018. So that just gives you like kind of like a perspective of how long we should actually be kind of waiting for these things, because as much time as it takes to make a movie, it takes to make a game, and I can 100% guarantee that there's the same thing that goes into a movie goes into a game. So that's why I'm kind of comparing the two right now. So yeah, that's so what I mean by overhyping the game is I tried to explain it, as you can tell earlier, but it probably confused some people. So to break it down in the simplest form is that the game don't be out, the game don't be out, and we just already making these assumptions off of the littlest things, which is not what we should be doing. We should be actually patient, waiting to see what the developers will show us. And sometimes it does be on the developers themselves. Sometimes they do link information a little too early than what they should be doing, but I feel like there's probably some good reasons why they're doing that. One, they probably trying to see how the fan fan base is going to react to that, or who is their fan base, who should they be targeting and who they shouldn't be targeting. But that's just little minor information that we overdo, and we take it to the max as we can. We take it as far as we can. We start making little side comments of what they said was not true, what they to what they really said, and that really do be on us. So for example, like Call of Duty, the next one, I think it comes out November this year. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure it come out November this year, and it's already getting too much hype in the game. No, it doesn't. I'm not 100% sure when the next Call of Duty comes out, but it hasn't even been that long, and I think it's barely in the pre-stages, and we're already taking it to a whole new level. It's like barely getting started up. They probably barely just working on the story mode, and we're just taking it to a whole new level, and that's really just like on us, and we should back down a little bit from that. So that with that being said, that brings me to my second reason, and my second reason is that since we super hyped this game, when we actually start getting into the game, we're looking for all the negatives, all the things that were false, all the things that they said was gonna happen or that they said was gonna be in there, and we're trying to hurry up and prove it wrong before anybody else can, or play as hard as we can in the game, and to where people not even getting to learn the game systems or anything like that, so where we just mess it up for everybody else, or our negative energy just get passed on through gamers, and it's true. You might think that sounds a little erotic, a little dumb, a little stupid, but it's actually the truth. It's 100% the truth. Since the game got so hyped up, we tried to focus on all the goods while it was getting hyped up, all the things that can mean for us, and it's not even, the game is not even out, and we're just going off of like the good that we know off of like little comments and little sit downs with the developers and things like that, and that's where we mess up at, and that's really what I'm trying to say here in the simplest form, is that once the game is out, we're already finding negatives. We're no longer looking for goods. We're no longer looking for how well this game is gonna hold up. We're already waiting for the next one to come out. That's how bad it gets, and that's not a good sign. That's not a good thing. I honestly think us, like I said, as gamers in the gaming community, should be way more patient and way more way more understanding of why the game didn't turn out the way that it was supposed to. And as you guys can tell, I did change. I did leave that first game. I was not doing good, and like I said, I was doing a lot of complaining, because that's just me. I just complain, and that's just the normal response for me, and that's because where the gaming community came to now these days. It's not normal for you to complain. If you don't complain, you're not normal. Okay, it gotta be almost every gamer complain once about a game, or not even once, probably complain like multiple times about a game. You cannot say that you never complain about a game, and I can bet you on that. So anyway, a little off topic there, but see, we like to focus so much on the negatives and where the game came from. And where the game should have came from, or what it should have done, where it takes time to make these things, you guys. Everything in this game has been worked on to probably its max. If it haven't been worked on to this max, then that's when we complain. But as you can see these maps, the background of what's in the map. Back in the days, there was no background of what was in the map. You will see what you will see, and that was the game. There was no complaining about it. It was just you running around and having fun, and that's where the gaming community should get back to. We should get back to those days where we don't really focus on the negative. We play the game for the reason why it's supposed to be played, to kill time and to have fun with friends, or to just have fun, and that's what we don't do anymore. We play to either kill time are to complain. And that's what it's really coming down to. And I know a lot of you disagree with that, but that's really how I feel about it, and that's really what I see. Now, my third reason that I feel gamers complain is because how advanced and how far the gaming community came, how far games have been changed up. I remember playing Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, all of those games, and those games looked amazing to me. Those were realistic games to me. Those games were the games that you should have, and if you didn't have them, you sucked or something like that, you know. And then those were the games that, you know, you grew up on. And now that you look back at those games, they look like blocks. Everything looked like blocks in those games. But I'm pretty sure if you go back and play one of those games, right now I'm currently, I beat Grand Theft Auto 3, and I had fun playing that game. It was just me playing, but it was super fun. And it's amazing to see how far game developing, game designing, technology just have grown for gamers and for everybody pretty much, you know. And that's just amazing, and that's probably why we complain so much, because we expect, since things have changed, they should be like the best now, you know. And that's just the way it works. This is exactly how the brain works. The brain does not like change. When things change, it kind of messes with the brain. It kind of confuses it a little. And then when that happens, the brains don't like that, and all it tries to do is find the negatives. So try to find as much bad as it can, because it doesn't like change, no matter what. You can be a person who can adapt to change, yes, but it takes time, and we don't give it time because we rush the developers into making the next game already. See how that kind of works? You see how it's just the whole evolution of gaming and where it came to and how it became that throws us gamers off. But that's all I can say. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of the video. Just be some minor gameplay. I am done talking. That's my opinion. If you I would love for y'all to tell me your opinion. Tell everybody your opinion down in the comment below. If you don't agree with me, disagree as respectfully as you can. If you do agree with me, agree as respectfully as you can. I appreciate everybody who watched this video. Basic Gamers sign off.